Entrepreneurs, we back with another episode of the Make It Count podcast, and it's the man with the plan, aka turning dreams into reality. And right now I'm sitting with an entrepreneur that's definitely been making it count for many years right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, man? I am DJ Meat, CEO of Stand on the Streets, SNDS Radio, SNDS Models. Just a DJ from Miami that came with a plan, man, to change the way DJs are viewed in the city and the artists. You feel me?
That's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate you sitting down with us and, dropping gems on young entrepreneurs.
No
But
problem.
the first question I want to ask you, tell me a little bit about your background and how did you get your first start?
Like you know, I've been DJing since I was like really a kid. Like I was probably 11, 12 years old. My uncles were DJs, and they used to do like old school parties and stuff like that. So I started with them. Doing like parties with those. I think I did my first party. I was 14 at Tucker's. They had like a little Easter party, like Easter egg thing at Tucker's nightclub. You know Tucker's.
Yeah.
And from there, we're from there. All through high school. Then when I got to college, the college thing wasn't working out. I tried college for like 2 or 3 years. It wasn't really working for me. You feel me? Money became a real issue.
Okay.
You feel me? Needed money, so I started doing security. It was like 2006 at Coco's Gentlemen's Club. Then after that, like I met DJ Big Wheel and Sam Sneak. They was the DJs there then. And Sam knew me from the streets. He knew that I was a DJ from the streets. He's like, yo, why you doing security instead of DJing? Like, so I was just trying to get some money. First thing,
Yeah.
use my size to get some money. Whatever. So he ended up giving me one day, a Sunday, a slow day, the slowest day. I went from 1 day to 3 days to running the whole thing 7 days a week. And that was back in, 2007? So.
Okay. So with you coming out of high school and, I just want to back up so people won't miss it. So when you coming out of high school, you say that you started playing football, then you started, getting into, in adulthood, knowing that you need to make some money to get things going. So you got into the security thing. So what foundation did you start off with the security? Like what was your mindset at that point besides just making money?
Really, that really was my only mindset.
Okay.
My mindset, like, it really wasn't, at the time, wasn't focused on music. It was more or less on how I'm going to survive. You feel me? Like, I ain't want to go back to my mom's career. I could have, but I'm like, you grown. You think you grown, you don't know nothing, so I was just trying to live.
Okay. So what would you say was your first big break into the music industry?
I believe when I first started working with Slip Slide DJs back in 2010, 2009, 2010, that was like really that first big break into the industry part of DJing. And then I was just having fun.
Yeah.
I just love DJing, so it was easy. But then when I got introduced to the business side of being a DJ, and see, well, I ain't know nothing about it. A lot of people don't know it's still a business at the end of the day. Yeah.
So what would you say was your first big problem that you faced, with breaking into the music industry?
Really coming from the streets and living by a street code and thinking that the real nigga factor. I'm sorry for using the vernacular, but yeah, you feel me? The real nigga factor that everybody gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that way. You feel me? You gotta understand that the industry is a lot of fakes. There's a lot of friendlies, but in the end of the day, it's still business. So you can't take the personal along with the business part. You have to separate. You gotta learn how to separate it at all times.
So it's obvious that, you started out, working with your uncle them and they basically inspired you to get into, DJing and things like that. So was there any other mentors that you have, getting into the music industry or, building your brand?
Yeah, like I said, growing up, I was on the street, so I grew up with a lot of older dudes. The dude, Slick C, he was like one of the dudes that really embraced me.
Okay.
He took me in like his son. You feel me? Me and my other homeboys who was DJing, and he kind of taught me how to be a man, and put the money first, and learn the business part of what we doing. Because mind you, we on the streets. These 40, 50 speakers that these dudes own, but it's all for fun.
Yeah.
It ain't a lot of people. They putting out. It ain't no money behind it. They putting out for the fun of it, for enjoyment. So, he told me that that's cool. That part's cool, but also let's show you how to use what you're doing to make money as well. And that's what I took from it.
Okay, so you starting in the music industry, you starting to get a lot of clubs and people starting to notice you and things like that. What approach did you start taking? Besides just looking at the business side of it, how did you start handling friends and everyone else like that?
Being popular really gonna come with it. I kind of feel like I was popular already. You feel me? Like from being at the schools and playing football and just people knowing me out DJ and stuff like that. So it was kind of easy for me as far as that. So it ain't really too much change. A lot of people did change when they started seeing the fame because they, of course, everybody want to be down with you, and that's really the only thing that really changed as far as friends and how people view it.
So with you starting your company, how did you go about, getting the brand off the ground and, starting your brand and things like that?
When I was 22 years old, I was with another couple other DJs who was doing things in the city. We was at Toro video shoot. You got rest in peace Toro. But at the moment, it was like a bunch of the most influential DJs that was around at the time. Put it all together, and, we was gonna come together and do something different. Change, like I say, do shit for the artists and bring light to the city. And so it was really like you got to give credit to Toro to that because he's the one that really put the battery in our back. You feel me? With this company I have, which is the Stampin' Streets DJs, Stampin' Streets Incorporated, which is SNS Radio as well. Really, I used that. You feel me? That form of what we did back then with the artists, trying to break artists and not just break their music, just get people to witness who the artist is as well.
Okay.
Because it's deeper than just the music. You can hear a song but never know who the person is. You start putting a face with the name. You feel me? Start putting a face with the sound, and that's what our company is really based on doing. You know what I mean? It's more or less breaking the artist, not just the record.
Okay. So, down here, I hear a lot of artists, especially in Miami, say that, the DJs don't support them, the radio stations don't support them, and you actually have both. So what do you say to those artists that actually, come at the DJs and come at the radio stations like that?
Stop using that as an excuse. Like, really get out and work. Because a lot of people that saying that aren't working. Mm-hmm. On some real, I've seen the way DJs have changed just in the past year of playing Miami music. Not everybody own it, but that's not the DJ job to force the music down the artist, down the consumer throat. It's your job to put your face into everybody. The DJ job is to keep it going. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And see, artists fail to realize that it's not just about what the DJ doing. What are you doing? I have plenty of artists that came want to pay for me to promote them, but rely solely on me working. It can never work that way. You might well just keep your bread because.
True.
And see, that's what goes on, and that what happens when that happens. Then that's when the blame start happening. Oh, it's the DJ fault. No, you can't blame nobody for your own destiny. If your music is not popping, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah, you gotta look in the mirror sometimes and see what you're doing wrong.
Right to and you can't. Even with me, if I ain't messing with you, if I ain't vibe with your music, Don't rely on me. It's a million DJs. Somebody gonna mess with you. Somebody gonna rock with you. Hey, you just gotta move on with that. A lot of people take that. Oh, such ain't rock with me up that DJ. Why? The only thing you're doing is making it worse on yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you say F me, it's F you. And all my friends gonna feel the same way I feel. So, you feel me? Pick and choose how you use your tone.
So let's talk about that foundation with, the work ethic and, building your brand. So what principles did you take to build your brand and to get it known, to the masses and, how it's growing so big right now?
Really, just keep it in your face. Put some assertive people behind the name, because you're not gonna be able to do it on yourself by yourself. You have to entrust in some people to put the brand in their hands as well and run with it too, promote it and outsource as much as possible. That's the only way anything will grow. You feel me? You got to keep feeding it, keep pushing it out, keep telling everybody about it. Embrace your brand like your brand is you. Wear it. You can spend your money on all these crazy things. Designers create your own brand with your own. Create your own clothing line with your own brand.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And that's sort of the kind of guidelines I did. I put my brand everywhere. You heard it everywhere. I got some of the hardest DJs in the city to push the music and play the tags, and you feel me. So regardless of no matter where you go or hear, you gonna hear it anywhere. You gonna see it. You feel me. So that's my whole thing, my whole game plan on it. Keep it in your face.
So with the radio station side of things on the business side, how business been going for you on that side?
It's actually doing very good, man. The radio station, we're doing very good. Like, I have a lot of artists, especially since the year started. I had at least 17 artists that email me that's ready to, go with promotions and get their music spun. We are licensed with ASCAP, BMI, CSAT, Sound Exchange. You feel me? We're worldwide, we're online, we're licensed. We're on 4 different platforms, which is Shoutcast, TuneIn, iTunes, and we also have our own platform, which is the SNDS radio app.
Okay. So a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people probably think that you just started a radio station, and because you see the internet radio stations pop up and come and go. How long have you been actually building this radio station and growing it?
This actually will make, I think, the 4th year. We're going into our 4th year.
Okay.
I started in my second bedroom house, man. Like, when nobody was thinking about doing the internet radio, when nobody wanted to do a podcast, like, no disrespect to you.
No, I asked you that question because I was in your house.
Right, when we started. Exactly. So you know how long it's been a journey. It's been a great journey too, because we moved from there to where we are now. It's just a stepping stone. We'll keep moving. We definitely been around for a minute, man. Like, going into 4 years.
So how many no's it took you before you got to your yes in the internet, space and starting everything off?
I didn't get a yes in the internet space. I took it. I asked around a couple of people, like, hey, how to do this, man? Like, because you can't really tell everybody with your dreams. You feel me? You can't really tell everybody what you want to do without, being skeptical on how they gonna perceive it or react to it.
Yeah.
So, I asked the people that I felt that was gonna be beneficial. Found out they wasn't. So, what I did, I ain't no dummy. I went to school, I went to college, so I studied, learned, figured out what I want to do, what program sounds best. Trial and error. I spent a lot of money on equipment, just trying to find the right sound. You feel me? Like, seeing what not other internet radio stations, but what other mainstream radio stations, what programs they use and what mics they're using. You feel me? What automation systems they use, because I want the same thing. I want my quality to be just as high as their quality. You feel me? Or same assets as they have, and we do.
Okay. So I want to talk about the DJs, because I know it's a lot of young kids, they love music and they want to get into that space. And I know you got your start back from, knowing a lot of people and branding yourself within the streets. So once you got into the DJing space, what were some of the things that you took to build that, and how many clubs did you have to play before actually people start actually recognizing you as a real club DJ?
Oh man, whew. That's too many. That's too many clubs to really count. Boy, listen, I did a lot of free shit. I tell anybody, bro. Like, it got to the point where I feel like, what, they using the hell out of me. But I knew where I wanted to go. You feel me? I knew that you gonna keep using me, but I'm gonna keep getting an inch on you. And before you know it, I done took over. You feel me? I love to play the background because when I'm in the background, I'm plotting on some other shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? My mind works that way. I'm very quiet, so when I get quiet, I think a lot. You feel me? I think a lot all the time. I'm thinking about some other shit right now. You feel me? It's just what it is. You feel me? So I use that, like.
So what would you say to the young entrepreneurs? A lot of things they feel that, it happens overnight.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't happen overnight. Like, we can use Ross for example. It took Ross 13 years to be considered a new artist. You feel me? It took him 13 years to even get a deal, like a real major deal. It took me. I'm going on my 11th year to really start seeing the fame from it. I've been seeing the money. Like, that ain't never been a problem. It's just now being notarized for it. And see, I taught him OG Bigger Rankin. That's one of my great friends, and he taught about that a lot. You've done so much, but who know about it? And now it's time to start getting recognized for your work. You feel me? And see, at first I was like, shit, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that credit. Shit, whatever. I'm playing the background.
Yeah.
I'm still getting my money. I'm still eating. I'm good. My family good. We live. So, but I started seeing a bigger picture. When Snow started talking to him, and the recognition does a lot for you. You feel me? As a DJ. So definitely, as an upcoming DJ, that's one thing you want to work towards. Get with an artist, man, and helping these artists for real. Like, a lot of DJs say they help, but listen, man, it gotta get to. It's gonna be to a point where you gotta love that song more than the artist love the song. You gotta love the artist more than he love himself at the time, because that's what it got to take for both of y'all to blow. It ain't just about you. It ain't just about him. If y'all gonna be together, it's about both of y'all. It's a team effort. You feel me? So definitely, man.
So it's safe to say that right now you're probably in like the middle stages of you heating up before you come wildly successful.
Yeah, I feel it. I've damn near. I think I'm almost at the tip, man. Because I feel like I'm feeling uncomfortable with a lot of things now. So I know things about to change. Shit about to happen.
Okay. So what do you see your brand growing to in the next 2 to 3 years?
It was crazy. I want to say this. I really want to minimize as far as with my DJ brand, because I feel like even though it's good to have large numbers, it's even better to have a stable team. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. Go ahead. But so the next thing I just want to ask you, how is your company approaching problems that you're facing with building a team?
We really just trying to work on communication, man. I think communication is the best. If anything, you got to take it as a relationship. Same way you communicate with your girl or your dude, communicate with your teammate. Because not everybody gonna agree. It's never gonna be 100 across the board. Somebody gonna have to feel some type of way. Well, I learned to be open, and inviting to people, being, expressing their feelings. And sometimes being a boss, it can put you in a place where people want to come to you as a friend, or your family can't really talk to you like that. Mm-hmm. So I try to be more inviting, more open to what they got going on, communicate more. I feel like that's the best thing that can happen for all of us.
All right. So before we wrap up, what's one piece of advice you would give to a young entrepreneur, whether they're in music or whether they're starting a business? What one piece of advice you would give them?
Take pride in your brand. No matter what, take pride in it. Like, always put your brand before anything. If you go, even if it's a negative situation, think about it. Think about your brand. Because when you think about your brand, that actually gonna put you in a different mindset, and it's gonna keep you out of a lot of trouble. Because once you build it, you don't want to tarnish it with nobody. You want to keep your face clean with everybody. Sometimes it's kind of impossible, but it happens. You feel me?